hearing series of knockings going about. You trying to obfuscate this person into the woods do begin hearing a knock over at the house nearest you. It opens and you hear the Lord Marshal mentioning something has happened. Is everyone in your house okay? Roll a perception.
One whole perception. Do I have any more
One
dice?
perception, please.
I have exactly one. I will not use it on this because I don't know how valuable this is.
Question: when they were doing the chase on this native, how loud was it?
Well, he
It
did
wasn't very
jump off
loud.
the house and kick it.
But that was really
Right,
the
but
only
that- but that's
loud
not a
thing
sound
he
effect
did.
like we heard like a mile out.
No.
Yeah. Like, the people in this house might know we're here. But they could also think maybe it's a raccoon. If raccoons still exist.
Yeah, just movement outside is really the only sounds.
Okay.
So, with those 24s and 21s and perceptions, assuming you're not citing a prayer in the middle of the woods as you're trying to hide,
Alright.
you hear the local inside mention hearing a commotion about. To which you hear Lord Marshal say, "Lock your doors, stay down. I will investigate it." As you see him, torch in hand, moving around the house, what do y'all do, if anything?
I'll point further back into the woods, like we gotta back up. He's gonna come over here.
I think at the end of last session, I wanted to cast Pass Without Trace. So if we're trying to escape, there's that as a bonus.
I think Jericho will whisper to the three of you here. What did you say? I want to find out what's happening. Who's with me? We'll go 2 and 2.
I look at Lucky.
What are we doing with this?
Hide him for now.
I'll get the body. Y'all handle business.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Let me see, as I look to the map work real quick.
Where can I hide this guy?
Meet me to the southern farmlands of the west side.
So from those west side.
Quick salute.
As he takes this body with him, what do y'all do as the Lord Marshal continues to sweep around this house?
Jericho. Fuck. Scarecrow. Do you want to follow the blood trail? In case he's not honest or straight with us.
We'll get to that. For now, I want to talk to Marshall. And with all the casualness that he can muster, he's like walking out of the woodline, just kind of like looking at the ground as though trying to look for tracks that he lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just like stand up and walk into the woods.
As he begins to hear rustling, he holds up his torch and pulls out his blade. But seeing you, he says, "By the light, announce yourself before you come trouncing out the woods."
He looks up at that and just says, "You didn't announce yourself."
He has you there.
He just holds his torch down. Mind your manners when you're in this town.
Of course.
What are you doing out here?
What's going on?
I mean, what are we doing out here? Investigating. That's why we're here.
And what have you found?
Well, we made contact with the locals, and tomorrow we're going to talk with one of the victims. Well, one of the parents of the victims.
We thought we
Everything
might
all
have saw something, and we're following some tracks.
Was it you that was rummaging about out here making noise?
Yeah, it was us earlier.
I suppose it might have been. Is that what's got you out in the force?
He just puts his blade away. No. There's been a killing.
Where did it happen?
Come with me. We'll go investigate.
Wait, a killing? Or a disappearance?
He turns around after having put his blade away. A killing.
That's different.
Roderick, you make sure the people are safe in their houses. Aye, Lord Marshal.
It's quick for an old man.
He stops and looks back as y'all catch up. There were 4 of you. Where did the other one break off to?
He was gonna see if he could find any sign of what we thought we might have found.
Continue to follow the lead we had.
I say. Come on then. As he heads up north with y'all, back the way you came, he begins talking to you along the way. Have you come across anything? I know you've only been here a short time.
No, at least nothing significant. Just made contact with the locals. Want to see how they were doing. Unexpected to meet face to face with the barricade, but I guess, well, you are all strangers. Probably have something
Townsfolk
trying.
seem scared. To be expected.
They seem more scared of us than of whatever's taking their children, if I'm being honest.
You're outsiders.
Indeed.
You're just as scary as them. For all you know, you might be coming to take children of your own. Can't blame them for being scared. But if you come across resistance and need to press, find me and we will do so.
We can only get so much done if they're not going to help us. I just hope they learn that.
As he heads up, shut up, Rolly.
Oh, that sounds so sad.
I've been petting him for 35 minutes.
Oh, he's being a little bitch, but
All right, you know what? Let me let him out real quick. Go on, Rolf.
I've been
35
petting
minutes,
you,
but
now
what
you
about
get
40?
nothing!
nothing. You get nothing.
Good day, sir.
All right, there we go. He heads up past the docks and starts heading down the line towards the 3rd dock over a while away. As he informs you, one of the witch hunters was found with his throat slit ear from ear.
Fanned by who?
He just looks over his shoulder. I thought you would know. It's one of your own that found him.
Of course I knew that. No, I didn't know that.
As you head over, you see these two in their layered thick leathers with their long wide brim hats and assorted gear with their long cloaks behind them. They carry several pistols on them as well as several swords that appear to shine like silver as they're sitting around this body. Viper is there with them, And on the ground, you see this slain individual.
He's in the midst of negotiating for one of the scrolls on the body. Oh. No, we lost cop.
No,
No.
lost boy hag.
Yeah.
So, Viper, what are you doing?
Trying to get one of the scrolls off of them, particularly one of the scrolls of Dispel Magic.
Okay. Yeah. Convince me.
The man is... I'm assuming it's a man that's there.
Correct. He
The man
appears to
is
be
already.
some mid to late 20s human, fairly well built, but now has a gaping flap that used to be a neck.
I understand the tragedy that this is. So for that, we should work together to find the killer. And I have a sneaking suspicion that his killer is shrouded by magic. None of our own have the capabilities of dispelling such.
As the leader of this group who has red cloth that adorns his heavy leathers, looks down at you, just peering from beneath his wide brim hat. If there was magic afoot as such, we would have sussed it out by now. Something else is happening here. And it is not lost on me that one of ours dies the day yours come into town.
In the time it would take for them to be killed, we wouldn't have been here yet. Check the body's decomposition.
And if the rest of us are there by that point, I think Jericho would just kind of like clap his hands together and say, besides, with everyone in this whole bloody town keeping a close eye on us to make sure we're not doing anything like this, well, I think we all have pretty solid alibis.
But yet one of yours was with the body first.
Would you rather one of the natives found it? Look across my equipment. The thing that slit his throat was a claw or a dagger. You'll find none on me. If I was obfuscating evidence, I wouldn't have reported this.
And I try to determine time of death since that was mentioned.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You go over to the body and begin looking at it. And as you do, the snapping gaze of this female witch hunter pours deeply into you. As the Lord Marshal approaches the senior member, Captain Marcellus, these people are here on all regards. It is unlikely anyone of the Black Watch would have any interest in killing a witch hunter. But if you have an official request to make, you can come with me and make it to the mail. I don't think that will be necessary at this time. But we will get to the bottom of this.
Then we're on the same side. Lord Marshal, when did you send requests for the mage hunters?
We did not send requests for them.
How peculiar.
There's nothing peculiar about scouting out a site where a sister of light was found, and a town was brought to a restoration within a few months. Our presence is necessary.
As is ours, Captain. Now that we see eye to eye, let us get to the bottom of this mystery.
Does it seem recent, like we think or suspect?
Absolutely. So 17 in medicine is fairly good. You see that there was minimal signs of struggle. It looks to be the blade cut through from past the jugular to the other, almost decapitating it with the force of how deeply the blade was driven through the neck. It, given the fresh blood that has started to congeal in the area and how the wound looks, it is clear that this happened within the last hour to two.
Happened within the last hour. They were taken unaware with a lot of force or strength.
And there are no other tracks nearby except the mage hunters. They were either assassinated, killed by magic, or killed by a creature incorporeal. Something unseen. Something that leaves no trace. Like some sort of boogeyman.
Then might I suggest you get to the bottom of it?
Certainly.
Who said that? Marshall or
Lord Marshall.
Marcellus? Lord Marshall. Indeed. And I assume, Captain Marcellus, what's it? I assume you and your comrade here aren't going to sit on your laurels. Can we cannon your aid, whereas you can cannon ours, in this investigation here?
As I said, we will get to the bottom of this, one way or another.
Well, seems to me like the quickest way would be we pool our resources, corroborate our stories.
I think we will do our research independent to ensure its authenticity.
Have it your way.
Then to ensure all accounts are reported, how about a rendezvous? Share information.
We meet at the manor tomorrow.
That is the plan, then.
That is the plan.
You see the captain and his comrade go about taking valuable stuff off the slain comrade. Before just looking at his body. Whenever you are done with the investigation, he pulls out a spool of cloth and ensure the body is wrapped.
It will be done.
As they gather their things and begin to make their way away, you notice the unease in their steps as they leave.
Well, that's an intense lot.
Good to
Within
see
the
you
bottom.
again, but
Glad to see you as well. I hope your time in the town so far has been fruitful. Lord Marshal, we shan't keep you from your duties. We'll continue our investigation here and expand back out. We all have a busy evening ahead of us.
He just looks down at the body. Do you think the same creature who's been doing the abductions did this?
I do
Or
not.
should I be worrying about a second killer?
it's hard to
Have
say right now.
any children disappeared since the witch hunters have arrived?
They got into town roughly 3 weeks ago.
And when was the first disappearance?
Or last disappearance?
No, so imagine that's the first.
The first one was several months ago. I have a
Start
detailed
something.
log in the house,
We just need to
but it was
start
far before they arrived here.
The last disappearance was what, 2 weeks ago? Or a week and a half ago?
Like 5 days.
Marking it's, I want to say it's put you about 5 days before the next one if timing adds up.
Right.
So it's 15 days per disappearance, or in.
Around about, yeah.
Okay, so a week and some change.
So either the kidnapper has moved up from kidnapping the murder, or it's a second assailant.
I believe it to be the latter. The abductor is well capable of making people disappear. Why would they leave behind evidence now?
Good at making children disappear. Witch hunter is a different sort of quarry.
An unaware witch hunter. They could easily have knocked it out and taken them.
Easily.
The latter suggests a more human-like intelligence, right? But what do I know?
We need to know about this creature still. He looks at the group. What information do you guys have so far? Actually, let's investigate the body first. Lord Marshal, we won't keep you.
You
The
will
body's
not.
very cold.
He pulls out a notepad and something to write with. Proceed.
He's just as invested as everyone else.
Mm,
Then let's do some further investigation on the nearby area and the body. Although they have already tampered with the body.
is the body out in the open, or was it inside a building?
Out in the open.
Out in the open. Okay.
It's along this sort of shoreline area.
If you're indicating something, we don't see it. Where's that out?
Just here.
Here?
This shoreline area.
Oh, this. Oh, I thought it was over here. Here.
I know Jericho
Here.
wouldn't have
I
any
will.
way of knowing this, but is this body in the direction that Lucky and Seraph had seen that local running from?
From here?
Yeah.
From here down to here? Yeah, seems pretty reasonable.
Okay. Just something to keep in mind.
There are no traces of magic on it. I checked. So if there's some sort of enchantment affecting the mage hunter, it was not detected.
You said you wanted one of those scrolls because
What?
you thought whatever this creature is using magic to conceal itself?
I do not believe any native of this town could sneak up on an accomplished mage hunter and strike him thusly, especially with this amount of strength. Something
perhaps
else is doing
that's
this.
the problem.
Hmm.
Maybe it was using magic to conceal itself, and this unfortunate soul found him.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
In which case. But there's no children around here.
It doesn't match up with the MO that's already been established.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have an account of where children have disappeared from?
We do.
We have a sort of crude map of the city. We're looking at it right now.
Oh.
Jericho
Oh.
will unroll it on the ground and point out to Viper. I said Jericho, fuck. Scarecrow. You take the tent cities first. Started at the second one, made its way east, then headed back west, took care of that one weeks later. Then hit South Town, North Town, East Town, and well, it hasn't any one place twice.
And the time in between disappearances?
Reckon about a fortnight and some change.
Why is it a fortnight? If it is a monstrous creature beyond our ken, surely it could strike faster. Especially during summer.
So
Could be
you're
that's
suggesting
how long
that's
it takes.
choosing when.
Or
Wait,
whatever powers it's using take time. It's not lost to me that the natives here are strange folk.
As
Perhaps.
Or if it is a
Perhaps just,
monster,
Hmm.
maybe it has all it needs
uh,
from one person every fortnight.
Sustenance. It can last that long on a child. 15 days.
It's a long time to digest. I mean, it's not unlikely, but
Unless it's rationing.
rationing.
what would be
But then why not
rational
hit the
to
same
stay
place
the
twice? If this was strictly for sustenance, then why not just aim for the tent cities, the least defended?
Why move up to Southtown, Northtown, Easttown?
Perhaps it is not needing sustenance in 15 days, merely obsession, amusement.
Wants to make everyone suffer.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
So fear.
Could be a folkloric need. Some kind of innate reason for attacking children at exactly, that long of an interval.
If dark magic is involved, the blood of children is used for some ritual.
But surely the mage hunter should have detected something by this point. What if, and forgive me if this seems strange, it is a rather out-of-box idea. 15 days. If you were, hypothetically, to kidnap a child without anyone knowing, your own capabilities, and you had time to prep, would you not try to plan, prepare, survey, scout your target?
It's not far off from what we already do.
15 days. Perhaps it's not as powerful as we think. That's why it needs the time to plan.
It also would suggest why maybe they're targeting kids who can't fight back.
And yet we have a dead mage hunter here. It is quite clearly capable of killing an adult.
Maybe
Not straight.
they were the ones they thought might actually find them.
Perhaps.
Pose a
Or
threat to them.
perhaps our unfortunate mage hunter here caught it on its return from its scouting mission at your supposed next target in East Town.
I think East Town was already hit. It was the last target.
Mhm.
Ah, my bad. Then the next target would be Mayor's Estate
must
then.
be.
He would revise to that then.
We're not far from the maze estate.
It is close to the shore.
But why to the shore? Surely the woods behind it would be better for hiding.
Unless it's an aquatic creature.
The island in the middle. What is happening there?
We've been able to resend boats over to it to gather some supplies. It's quite rich in ore and mineral.
But
There
no
is
disappearances there.
None. There is a long forsaken cave over there, but hardly worth investing into as the minerals are so rich outside it, there's not much of a need.
And
Don't
how
need to
often
dig to
do
know.
ships go to and from this island?
It is, Katie. You know what? It is.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, hold on a second.
Typically, at least 3 to 4 times a week.
3 to 4 times a week.
Right.
What kind of ore are you getting?
It's quite a good supply of silver, copper, coal.
Should look at Saturday when he says coal, but say nothing. Is it... For how often you guys head over to that island, is it possible every, say, 2 weeks or so, you might have it stowaway?
He just sort of paces back and forth as he thinks about this. We'll make sure we redouble the efforts to ensure nothing gets across.
Don't do it just yet, Lord Marshal. We do not want to provoke or change the attitude of the thing we are chasing by letting it know it's being observed. Beyond what we've already done. Why break the element of surprise if we are right?
I understand. If you think this is the best path, then that's what we will do.
He looks at the other watchman.
Just a nod of agreement from Jericho.
Viper is the most experienced here.
Do not usually talk to locals about this. I'd like to know what killed this man, though. Claw or dagger?
I think it was a blade. Or a natural weapon very similar.
You see the Lord Marshal go over to the body and look at it. Girl, you're a Cathar, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Trained in medicine.
I am.
He ushers you to come over towards him before reaching into his back pocket and pulling out a straight razor.
While he's doing that, Sebastian's going to message. Oh my bad, that's Jim. Boom, Jericho.
Meet Scarecrow.
It doesn't matter. It's in my head, so it doesn't fucking matter. I read the report on this town. They report there are great evil on the island. We should discuss this later.
Just get back.
Okay.
Just
get Billy.
A straight razor?
I used to do work as a barber. Occasionally, when you'd see someone learning the straight razor, they'd nick someone what had left one of the cleanest cuts you'd ever see. He just points down. How clean does this cut look to you?
How clean did I think it was?
Reroll your medicine with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, it's even worse.
It's one worse than last time.
Yeah, your ring still?
It's like you got a +8. It's almost impressive.
Can I use my opinion? Then that's okay.
Can we get triple advantage somehow? Out of peer pressuring.
Last time I thought it looked clean, or fairly clean, right?
You know what? Sure. Just re-roll one more time, since you seriously somehow rolled worse.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, thank you for getting good.
Get good.
It does look like it was done with a blade. It doesn't have the jagged rips that you would expect from a claw. However, when looking at the cartilaginous rings around the trachea, what you do see is that they're pretty solid, right? They're like not like a U shape, but more like, I guess, like a horseshoe. I don't know. They're maybe like an omega shape. That's what they are, where they have just a little bit of opening in the back. The force to which the blade was cut through this neck indicates that it was something very strong that did this. Additionally, as you're checking it, you do notice there are several soft spots on the back of its skull.
Interesting. What would cause that?
A bludgeoning?
Absolutely, yeah, some sort of blunt instrumentation.
Does it look like
Okay.
they were clubbed and then
So-
stabbed?
Oh, that's clever. You club them and then you slit their throat. So the cause of death looks like the throat slit. I mean, I guess
So-
it technically is, but
Yeah, but it's easier to approach when they're unconscious.
right.
So you can really dig in
So it
there.
looks like they were hit in the back of the head with burst trauma, and then the blade slit their throat. There's no ripping through a claw.
An easy target, like a child.
You think the kids are practiced? That's disturbing.
No, it's too theatrical to be just practice.
I look back at the Lord Marshal.
The fact that there's a body at all indicates something was not the same as the others.
Not a matter of opportunity, certainly. It had to have done this for a reason, some desperation.
He just nods. Desperation is exactly what I think happened.
Can Sebastian go back to the tracks of the Mage Hunter and determine if... I know he was unaware, quote unquote, but obviously the unaware part is because he was unconscious. Now we know that now. Can he determine if the person was walking or running? By how deep their tread goes into the ground?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
As you retrace the area, you start seeing footprints. Roll me survival.
Can I assist with this?
Mm-hmm.
As Sebastian sees Bradford coming over, he takes a step back and away and just gestures to the ranger to go on. Then I'm trying to determine if Mage Hunter was running or walking. What do I see?
I see.
I will give him advantage.
Nice.
Sure.
I think
Okay,
Sebastian was a good learning opportunity for a ranger, and also you have the bear mod.
And I have a.
It's 100% the first one more, but
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I bet.
It's a bonding moment or something. I don't know. Oh God damn it,
you
Brad!
have advantage. You have advantage, man.
Thank God
You
you
also-
have advantage.
You also have a 1.
I will forget
And my
that every
one.
single fucking time. Oh, it means fucking nothing.
You got the
Hey,
same
brother.
number
I got
in a
the sa-
weird way.
You know what?
You have
Let's
a-
use the
you have
last
a
of
ring
this. Maybe
still?
it'll be okay. There. No, I don't.
Damn, that's
11,
pocket
so
range.
I got a 13.
15.
15? Nope, it's a 13.
15 total. We
15
we
total.
take the 2 here,
Oh,
the
no.
1 there. Mm-hmm. Okay. You definitely see that they trail along this way, right, as they're going. But the more you track them back, the more you see here that there's not that telltale kick of sand behind them that you get
Oh.
when you're running. But the closer they get towards the scene, the more you see this kick up.
Oh, I have an
Right,
idea
like
then.
they were just kind of going about their business. Something happened and they picked up their pace after they got off the beach.
They saw something, decided to try to hide that they saw something, and picked up their pace.
Roll
they're
an
tr-
investigation, Sebastian.
Let's go. All right.
I tap your shoulder for guidance.
Hey,
Oh,
I
hey,
appreciate
Can
it.
I
Great, I love-
assist as we think tank? Oh, never mind. You already rolled.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep, re-roll it just in case.
Love it. Love it.
Dude,
Plus
no,
two.
I'm calling it a lucky point. All right, we're probably taking a rest at some point. Fuck.
Take
Fuck.
take a plus
Life is
2 for
pain.
me.
Life is pain. Dude, tonight is not our night for rolls, bro.
No, it really
Wow.
fucking ate.
Okay, so
So the best is 15, and it's either 19 or 17, depending on which guy I'm
So,
about to take.
19. He likes rolling.
Okay,
his
plus
dice.
2, so
So
21.
21.
Hold 2.
That's you feel like that's exactly what happened.
Sebastian just says exactly what I just said. Then.
Mhm. Because it brings.
Which was what again?
That our mage hunter must have been on patrol, doing his own investigation. He was walking down the shore. Maybe he was meditating. I don't fucking know. He saw something here.